Hello, legends and super legends. This is Eldred. Welcome to Veloharmony. Before we get started, what I want to do today, I want to just talk about we lost a great cyclist today, Michele Scarponi. He was out on a training ride early this morning. He rode for the Astana team. He was a very accomplished rider. And in fact, he was going to lead them into the Giro this year. And he just won a race on Friday and went home to his family. And Saturday morning went for a training ride and had a head-on collision with almost like a van, like a minivan, not quite like we have here, a small mini bus. The driver did not see him. It was at what they say a crossroad. There was no traffic light. It may have been one of those. Could have been an island. From the picture I saw, it looked like it's just one of these intersections where there's no traffic light. And, you know, like the guys from the land down under, what they say, they call it SMIDS. Where people, drivers say, sorry, mate, I didn't see you. SMIDS. That's the biggest excuse they use instead of getting off these cell phones and paying attention to the road. Now, that's one thing what we try to do. Like Zia was asking what, she made a comment about one of my group ride videos. She said, it looks like you guys don't carry lights or something. And I responded just letting her know, I have a red light on the back. I have a blinking light on the front. And, so you do all you can and you dress visibly. The light helps. Would a front light have helped in that situation? Possibly, but it's hard to say, He was near his home, just like I ride from here in my area. He wasn't far from his home. And it was a head-on collision, and he died at the scene, basically. It's really sad, and so, but I'm sure he'd want us to keep going and keep riding hard. And it just really is hard, is a big loss. Even the team's message that they put on from Astana, just a big loss. Because, now there's a big void in the team. He left 2 little kids and his wife, It's just really sad. And who's to say, we have our own issues here with some of these guys. Like Paul and I went out on a ride today and some guy passed real close to him. He had to basically, and then stopped at the light. I wasn't there, but he was telling me about it. He was on the way to meet me. And he had to bang on the window and tell the guy, get off that phone so you can open your eyes and next time pass in the other lane. And then the funny thing is at the end of our ride, some lady going into a subdivision, we're in the right lane. There are 2 lanes. She wants to pass in our lane. And I didn't move. I held my ground where I was. So she had to go by the white line with her stupid self and still did not move over into that lane. She squeezed right by the white line to go into the neighborhood. We're at the light. She's behind us and we're standing in the right lane. There's a left lane. She insists on driving in that lane like we're supposed to just vaporize. I always tell Paul, any driver that hits me, they better hope I'm dead. Because if they don't kill me, I will sue the pants off of them so that they can understand that we have a right to be on that road and we're going to exercise it. I'm not going to go out there to try to die for that right. But if you injure me or something, you're going to bear the repercussion. That will be the last cyclist you pass close because I am an expensive cyclist, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I digress. So rest in peace, Michele Scarponi. We're going to ride for you. We're going to keep pushing it. Today, what I really want to talk about is, are we being ripped off as cyclists or as consumers? I'm standing here with a jersey that just, I got a little angry, not at the jersey. I'm angry at the industry because this jersey, there's a history behind this jersey. This jersey is made by a company called Spotti. Spotti. I'm going to put the link down there because I'm going to be getting more. I'm going to get every color they make because I'm just blown away. I received an email last week from the owner, one of the owners. I'm involved. It's a small family business, and he's on YouTube here, and he's seen this channel. He's seen the reviews. He's seen the growth of the channel. I've been getting contacted by a lot of mostly smaller companies that have their wares, and not everybody's going to agree with my philosophy, but I don't like to come and say, you send me something and man, this is crappy. Well, you can hurt a business by doing something like that. I want to give them the opportunity to fix the flaws that I found. That's what I believe anyway. And if you don't agree, it's okay. We can agree to disagree and still be friends. But what I wanted to state here is that all the stuff I've been reviewing up to now, I purchased with my own money. I purchased on sale, and that's not really going to change. Okay, you guys, like I state. So anything that I didn't buy, because this is the first jersey that I didn't buy that somebody sent me and said, ride it. Please give me a review. If you don't like it, just keep it. I was kind of blown away. I showed the message to my wife, and she read it. And then she said, well, if you don't like it, you can always donate it to underprivileged cyclists. We have a lot of cyclists in the area that, they can't afford to buy helmets and other things, so we give stuff to them. So I said, well, okay, that's fine. So there was no obligation or nothing. So I have no reason to make anything up. And that's really what I want to state is that I think it's good for the community to encourage us to have more vendors in the area, because we don't want to be like gasoline where you go to the pump and the gas price is $2.70, even though the barrel of oil has been dropping. They intentionally, it's an oligopoly. It's not there's no market for gasoline. They set the prices. So we don't want to get there. We want as many people selling cycling stuff as possible. We don't want just Trek and these other big companies dictating to us and sticking it to us. But anyway, so my approach on this is, if you're out there and you want to send me something to review, feel free. Because the way I approach it is, if your product does not meet the snuff, I will let you know it doesn't meet the snuff. Here are the issues. If you address those issues and you improve the product and you send me another one, then I will do a review. I will tell all my viewers, when they sent the first one, these were the problems. They went back, they fixed them. This is the one I'll do a review on. I don't want to do a review on a product and put a young and upcoming company name out there and give them some negative stuff, because it doesn't help us and it doesn't help them. But if the company sends me a product and they're not willing to improve it, then I might as well just put the product in the trash bin. There's no point in even bringing it to you guys to tell you about it. Especially like a jersey like this that really blew me away. I mean, I'm just taking it back. I'll get into it in a little bit. But I just think that it's fair if it's a small company and they're coming up, because I am not going to give any unbiased reviews. When I do a review, what you guys have found that you like here, it's not going to change. I don't care if I bought it or somebody sent it to me to say, like this guy who sent this, to say review. If you don't like it, fine, you can keep it. I don't really care about all that. I have jerseys. I don't need jerseys. But what I'm interested in is what's going on in the cycling market for all cyclists. And so let me get into this jersey. This jersey, I already explained the message, the email he sent. And he said that if you don't like it, you can just keep it. There's no obligation or whatever. So obviously he had a lot of confidence in his product and he sent it, and I'm glad that he did. The company is called Spotti. Spotti. I will put the link down there to where you can get the product, because I'm going to be getting more of the jersey. I'll probably get one in every color, and I'll tell you why. Now, I'm going to read you the qualities of the material before we get into the specifics of how it fits. And this, I don't know why these print, maybe I'm just getting older, but it seems like the print on everything is so small. Is it a conspiracy? Where are they finding these people that print this stuff? Why do we need 4 little things there? Why don't you just do 1 or 2 things, or maybe on multiple cards and make them bigger? Anyway, that's okay. So let me read this stuff to you. This is about what they call dry keeper. Okay, dry keeper, I guess, is the fabric. There's something special about the fabric called dry keeper. And what dry keeper is, it says, this clothing offers the maximum wear comfort for all activities. And that's what they're showing, the different activities here. You got a cyclist there. Look like you got somebody skiing. You got somebody playing soccer, running. I see a guy with a tennis racket. I see people climbing. So this is not just for cycling. It's just it's for all active sports. It says, through the special structure of the fabric, the moisture generated inside the garment is allowed to quickly escape outward. Garments with this function offer the highest level of comfort in all types of sport activities. So I read that, and that's why I kept it. When I cut it off the jersey last night, I kept it. I decided to wear this jersey and try to give this guy, because I went and I checked out. This company is a family-owned business, Spotti Wear. They don't have a website set up yet. He said they're working on it, because I asked him for the website so I could put it on here for you guys. But what he's doing is he's on Facebook, and he sells this through Amazon, and I'll put the link there. But these things are just amazing. I was blown away. First of all, it's got a 3/4 zip. Okay? When you think about it, how often do you really fully unzip your jacket? Most of the time, it's like this. And I now understand why, because this is where most of my zippers kind of stop. Right about there is where I keep them. But today's ride, it was like 75 degrees. You know, I'll put the Celsius on there when I do the video in production. About 75 degrees. You know, we got a cool front coming in later in the day. But you can see, I've got a base layer on, and I put the jersey on. And for us here, it was warm. It was like almost 70 when we started the ride, about 7:30 in the morning. So that's warm for this time of year down here. And so this jersey with a base layer, I forgot I was wearing the jersey. That means it was doing its job. I really did not think about the jersey. I hooked up with Paul. We started rolling out, and he saw the jersey on me. And he was like, wow, that's nice. I like the color. I mean, I picked this color. But what he did like about it was the pockets. Now, before I get to the pockets, I want to show you when the jersey came, my wife brought it from the mail. We're standing, we're talking, and I just put it on with regular pants, and then I pulled it like this. And the first thing I said was, oh, the front is too long. And she's standing there, we're just talking about general stuff. I said, the front is too long, and then the back. I said, this elastic is just tight. I said, this is too tight, too powerful. You know, I said, Rafa stuff pulls over and it stops here. And then she stopped me, she said, this is not Rafa stuff. If you're going to review the stuff, give it a fair shake. Quit comparing it to Rafa. Just go ride and see what it offers. So when you're standing and you do what I did, it may feel uncomfortable, but when you get on the bike, it's the bomb. So what I did was, I decided I was going to load up the pockets to see how it holds up, because that's important to me. So the first thing I did was the same thing I put in all my other jerseys. That's my kit here. There's a tube in there and it's loaded. I put it on the side here, because usually I put it in the middle and it actually helps the jersey because it's on your back. So if the jersey is weak and you put it on the side, it twists. So that's what I was thinking might happen. So I was actually testing it. Took my pump in the same side pocket, because this is where you put the pressure on any jersey when you load up the sides. If this elastic was not doing its job, the pump would be on this side like that when you're riding, especially when the jersey doesn't fit you very well. So I'm dressing and I put this on in the morning. Then I took more food than I needed just to load up the other pocket. So I just packed all this stuff in there. I took these. I'm going to talk about these in a little bit. I just loaded I'm talking, just stuffed it. Then I took my phone, stuffed it in there. So I'm doing it and I said, wait a minute. Okay. I'd never carried that much food, really. And I said, okay, so now look at the jersey. I'm going to turn to the side. I'm going to bend in the cycling position. I'm going to turn around. Look at those pockets. Then I'm going to do that, because that's what I do when I'm off, out of the saddle. So first thing is, if you look at the pockets, just nice and tight. Everything's just there. Now, then I began to feel this rubber band do this job. All of a sudden, I put the thing in the pocket, this draws up, and it's just under here, and it's resting right on that little bone. It's almost like the top of your hip. There's a bone right here at the base of your back. Now your tailbone, just up here on this side, it's kind of right here. That's where the pocket contents are. I mean, in the perfect spot to where you don't even feel it. You know, I was like, man, you know, there's something that's gonna blow your mind when I'm done talking about all this stuff. So now, once I loaded the pockets, the elastic on the front now is no longer feeling funny. It doesn't feel long anymore. The jersey that I was complaining about being long, all of a sudden you load up the pocket, look at where the elastic is. It just draws up. So what ends up happening, this elastic they put on there ends up being like a little, I wouldn't call it a bungee cord, like a drawstring. As you load the pocket, the front pulls up and the back pulls up. So what ends up happening is it draws up in front and back, just secure, even on the side here. So what ends up happening, it just, right in this area, just sucks it. So now I'm riding and Paul looks over. He's like, man, you look the business. You know, he's like, I really like this jersey. Then I tell him, well, it lists for about $35 when I went and checked the link the guy sent. It was like $28, $29. Paul was like, really? So Paul's going to go and get a blue one just like this. He's going to buy it. So when we ride next week, we're going to be wearing this jersey because we're still developing. I have not designed the team jersey for Veloharmony yet. So whenever possible, we wear the same matching jerseys. The guy has 4 or 5 colors. He's going to send me the long sleeve, but he said he didn't have it in my size. This size, my chest is 42. The sizes for the jersey, the large, which is what I'm wearing, goes from 40-inch chest to 42. I will put the link there. You can go on Amazon and look at the size chart. It's pretty good. This is a 42. It fits me pretty well. It's not a club fit. It's not super tight. I would call it race fit because look at my back. There's nothing flapping. That's where you catch the wind. Your shoulders here. No extra material. So we're riding for 3 hours and 50 minutes today. And I forgot about this jersey, even with the base layer on there. I wasn't hot. I could feel it's very breathable. So in my classification of this jersey, it's a summer jersey. And I live in humid Houston. So guess what? I'm excited. Now, that's why I started and said, so who's ripping us off here? This jersey is $35 thereabout or whatever. Why are we paying $130 for jerseys? This is the same technology. So what's the deal here? I got annoyed. I'm bothered. And I'm like, now you guys see why I buy things on sale? Like I said, 40 to 50% off. Now you see why they can put it on sale. So how is it that this can be designed? No logos, no nothing, just Spotti wear. These are reflectors. It's reflective in the front. And there's one back here, right there. So it just says Spotti. That is cool. There's nothing else on it. So this is a $35 jersey. I mean, look at it. Why are we spending $100 more on those other things? Yeah, you know, I was telling Paul, I said, well, you know, if I were designing my jersey, I'd make the sleeves come down here. You know, when I pull the sleeves down like this is where it stops. But I'd like it to come down here, but that's fine. This is normal. I mean, I was just saying that. It's like, that's about the only thing I would change on this jersey, but it's not the jersey's fault. That's just my personal preference when I'm designing a jersey. I want the arm to be a little longer, not to my elbow because it's a pain to get off. You guys saw me in my video. I'm trying to get the Rafa jersey, the Aero jersey off. It's a pain when it's at the elbow. So right here is where I like jerseys that I invest in. But this jersey is fine. That's a normal length. So I don't know, guys. They're setting us up. So go check out Spotti Wear because he lost this one. I'm keeping this jersey. I'm not sending it back. He didn't want me to send it back anyway. He said that if I didn't like it, I should keep it. Well, if I didn't like it, what I had planned to do was to donate it to the underprivileged cyclists. We have a lot of cyclists in the area that don't have the means to have the top helmets, top jerseys. That was my intent, and that is my intent when people send stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm keeping this. I'm not only keeping this, we're going to get other colors. So I will put the link there. We need to help the little guy who's being straight with us and cutting out the middleman. He doesn't have a website design right now. He's selling it through Amazon. So since he doesn't have this big infrastructure, I guess that's why he doesn't charge us an extra $100 for the same jersey. Now, does it mean that the other jerseys are that much better, that much worse. It's just a matter of preference. There's nothing really wrong with all of them. My thing is, it's just like when you go to buy a car. They set a price that they think people can pay. It doesn't mean it's necessarily fair. You've got to go negotiate when you buy a car. So that's why it's called shopping. The women got it cornered. They got it figured out. We like to wait till we got holes in our pants before we run to the store. So start looking for your jerseys early when you see holes in the other ones and get them. Okay? Don't wait. So now, this jersey is $35. He's got all the colors: chartreuse, black, red. I picked the blue. You get a couple of these jerseys, you throw it together. That's like, what? If you bought two, that's $70. I mean, the price of two of these jerseys, and these jerseys work. So I told Paul, I said, you know what? You can wear this all year round because you can put the base layer like I did when it's really cool. And in the summer, you don't have to wear the base layer because this thing breathes. This is the first time I've heard about what they call a dry keeper. That's the first time I've heard of that. You know, so I learned something new this week. But Spotti wear, one word. That's you go on Google, you put that in there, you get it. But I will put the link here. You can go to my blog. I will put a link for my blog. You can get it from there if you want to get the jersey. But this jersey works. Thank you for sending it, because we need to have other people selling jerseys. If we only get 2 or 3 companies, then it will be like the oil companies setting gas prices. I mean, the jerseys will be $250 and you won't have a choice. Well, you remember I said I would come back to this one. What I wanted to show you guys, we're on a ride today. I'm riding with Paul. And he's eating this, and he shows it to me. He's like, man, these are great. He showed me that. They're Nikat cookies, Nikat peanut butter cookies. And I was like, I have boxes of the stuff at home. We get them from Sam's. They are great, you know, because, you know, peanut butter is a good source of protein, and this stuff is nice and tasty. So he had it in his pocket. I don't usually take these on a ride, but these I keep in my desk when I'm working a lot and I'm, you know, doing production or reading or whatever, and I don't want to get up, I just grab this and eat it. I always have drinks in my desk drawer in my office. So I just kind of smile, but I wanted to share with you guys. These things are great. They really feed your muscles really well. I get them from Sam's Club. They're in a box. I think there's like maybe 40 in there. My wife picks them up, but they're inexpensive and it tastes great. You know, I think it's got like, what, 4 grams of peanut butter. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys another option. And most of you may already know that. I hope I don't have this upside down. Here we go. And I'm not sponsored by these guys. I just buy these. I eat them. I like them. I decided to show them here because today Paul had them on the ride and he was eating them. And he was so excited about it. He was telling me about it. And I kind of laughed. I said, yeah, I'll be eating that for the longest time. You know, so one of my favorite snacks when I go to work and stuff, I throw it in my bag and I take it with me. It's really cool to have. But that's all I want to talk about that. You know, it's just something new to share with you guys. You want some variety, because after a while I get tired of eating the neutral grain bars and stuff. So I'm going to probably start taking that with me. Okay, so thanks for sending the jersey. Get out there, get your miles in, no matter what.